this video I've called it Focus on Your Surroundings, and there's a good reason to do this, and I'll give an example in my video of what happened to me when I didn't do this. So if this resonates with you, please carry on and watch this video. Welcome to my channel. My name's Lorraine and I help people live with passion, purpose and positivity. Let's dive right into this video. Focus on your surroundings. And I have got an example of something that happened to me about when I didn't focus on my surroundings, and I was really disappointed by the end of the day. So when you're out and about, and I know it's easy when you're out and about to be thinking of other things. You're thinking about, you know, what you're going to have for tea, your bills. You're thinking about this current situation that we're in at the moment with isolation, and there's all sorts going through your mind, isn't there? But what I have noticed in where I live in the UK is that lots of people are going out walking and cycling. They're becoming more active, aren't they? And that's a good thing. You know, they're becoming more family orientated. They're having time for themselves. And a lot of people that I follow now, they say it's a great awakening where people are getting their priorities right. They're focusing on family. They're focusing on the things that really matter, and that is, you know, their health and well-being at the moment, their family, their friends, and staying safe. And it's almost like money and status have gone out the window, haven't they, really? Because, you know, it just shows you that you don't actually need that much to exist in this world. But to stay positive and to stay on purpose and to feel your passion, I think when you go out in nature, it's a good idea to connect with nature, to connect with the trees and the wild animals and the flowers and everything, and like try and everything that is at home and that's worrying you, and leave it behind, connect to nature. You'll feel amazing when you come home. I mean, I'd even go as far as to say hug trees. I've done tree hugging in the past. I've even taught my grandson to do it, and I've got pictures to show that I've done that. But you know, it's just a way of connecting to nature, and you could talk to the trees if you wanted, talk to the plants. But yeah, just sort of try and get out of that mindset of, you know, the mind chatter before you go out for a walk. Sort of say, I'm going to look around me, I'm going to observe everything around me, I'm going to appreciate the countryside, I'm going to look on the horizon and feel grateful that I live in such, you know, living amongst nature if you do, or anything, or just look up at the sky and see the clouds going past. Anything that's going to get you out of the chatter mindset. So I did say I've got an example of this when my mind was telling me something and it was totally the wrong thing to do. And it's in my book, Feeling High in the Isle of Skye, and it's chapter 3. My friend and I went on this amazing road trip around the Isle of Skye, and we had such fun, and you know, it's just a great story of camaraderie, fun, and I learnt lessons along the way as well. And I put this in. I've got a book called Feeling High in the Isle of Skye. So right at the beginning, we decided to go to this place called the Fairy Pools, which I talked about in a video that I've done recently. But from then on, there was a peninsula called Glenhornish Peninsula, and we decided Glenbrittle Peninsula, and the B&B host told us that this was a beautiful beach and it had a peninsula, and he also told us to go over a mountain and see a lake and everything. But we got to Glenbrittle Bay, and it's like black sand, because they used to have volcanoes in the Isle of Skye. In fact, they still do. But so they had this lovely black beach, and it had blue sea, and it was absolutely spectacular. And then at the side of this bay was a peninsula, and we decided to walk along that. Well, no, it's a tell a lie. We didn't do that. We decided what this host told us to do was by the side of the bay of Glenbrittle, we were going to walk up this mountain to the top and observe all the lakes. But we missed the turning to climb up this mountain. So we started walking along the peninsula of the Glenbrittle Peninsula. We're walking along, we're enjoying the beautiful scenery, and Marilyn and I, when we're together, we both love nature, we both love walking, and we are in that state, what I've been talking about, and we just say, oh, isn't it beautiful? We don't even have to talk half the time, we're just walking along, being in a state of appreciation, and we're sort of halfway down this peninsula, and we says, we missed that turning. But we says we don't care. We just go where it takes us, and we can just carry on walking along the peninsula, which we did. As we were walking along, this German man walked by us, and there wasn't anybody on the peninsula, and he was quite a young guy, and we got chatting to him, and he says he lives on the Isle of Skye. He does pottery, and he says he absolutely loves it because it's beautiful scenery and everything. So we got chatting. He says, what I'm going to do, he says, he was going to camp right at the beginning of Glenbrittle Bay at a campsite, but he said it was too windy there, too many people. He says, I've been to the end of this peninsula before, and there's a Viking settlement there that goes back 8,000 years. I says, really? Me and Marilyn looked at each other. Oh my God, because we were thinking that we wouldn't walk to the end of the peninsula. It looked too far. But he says, what I'm going to do, I'm going to camp inside one of the dwellings from 8,000 years ago from the Viking settlement. We says, wow, good luck on that. And he was going to do that because it wouldn't be so windy. So we were quite amazed about this Viking settlement, and we started walking even faster, still appreciating the beautiful scenery, looking behind, looking at all the mountains and the beautiful bay with the black sand and the blue sea, and we were on a very high vibration. We carried on. It was a very long way. We got to the end of the peninsula, and there was a few walls, and Marilyn says, over there, there was like a wall, like a round wall, and I was expecting like a proper house. Of course, 8,000 years ago, it's not going to be a proper house, is it? But there was a wall there, and we sat and had our lunch by this wall, and I was feeling quite disappointed. I thought, where's this Viking settlement? You've got this thing in your head about how you think it's going to be, don't you? But if you think about 8,000 years ago, it's not going to be much, is it? And Marilyn even said, she said, that building there with the wall round, I said, I bet that's the Viking settlement. I said, oh, I doubt it. You know, me and my non-open mind was just, cutting it off, cutting the possibility off. Whereas, of course, we're at the end of the peninsula. Of course, that's the 8,000-year-old Viking settlement. And I wish we'd have gone nearer to it. We'd have probably seen the German setting up his tent in there. So we sat there, and I'm saying, no, of course it isn't, And Marilyn's saying, yes, it is. And I say, I doubt it. Anyway, we're sitting right next to this wall. I bet even this wall is part of it. I says, oh, I doubt it. You know, being closed, not opening doors. If I'd have realised that, and opened my mind and looked all around, I would realise that, yes, this is the Viking settlement. It's not going to have little thatched houses at the end, is it? And it's not going to be all intact. And this is what I'm saying. We get this thing in our head, we can't get it out of our head, and we're adamant that that's how it's got to be. But Marilyn did have the right idea. And we sat there a bit disappointed having our lunch. Anyway, we walked back, and we're still appreciating the scenery, and we decided it was too far to carry on looking for the Viking settlement. We decided that it was probably over a hill over the other side, which was far too far for us to go. So we decided to head back, and we'd had a lovely day, and it was, the weather was good, the scenery was amazing, we're having a great time, having a laugh, we got on really well. And we got back, and that evening we went for a drink in the local pub. And I started asking, like I do, I love to ask questions. I asked someone, the girl behind the bar, you know, a Viking settlement on Glenbrittle Peninsula. She said, do you know anything about it? She says, no, I don't, but them guys there are helicopter rescue, they'll tell you. I thought, wow, really? So I went and asked them. I said, do you know anything about the Viking settlement at the end of Glenbrittle Peninsula? He says, yes, this is when I found out it was 8,000 years old. He says, yes, it's like a wall and then a dwelling. And it was then I realised it was what Marilyn said it was. Oh, I says, really? Wow. And I actually told him about the German guy who was going to camp inside one of the dwellings. And they said, is he? He shouldn't be doing that. I thought, oh my God, I perhaps shouldn't have told you. But I thanked them very much, and I was very grateful that they told us. And we were actually sitting amongst the Viking settlement on Glenbrittle Peninsula. And I went back and told Marilyn, she said, oh God, I thought it was. Anyway, it didn't really matter that much. But, you know, I just sort of like trying to give an example of how we're out of our own mind when we're out and about. And we should leave all the troubles, leave all the worries behind, get out in nature, observe it, become one with it, because we're all energy. The trees are energy, the plants are energy, the animals are energy. We are at one with that energy. And if you allow that to happen, that will be your experience. It's a little story there. I thought you might enjoy that. That was great, that road trip, absolutely amazing. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link in the description of my book called Feeling High in the Isle of Skye. It's an adventure and guide series too, which I tell of the adventures and all our fun antics that we had. It's quite light-hearted reading. But I also tell you the places we stopped along the way, so if you wanted to go there, you could. That's the route that I took. Marilyn was like the researcher. She plotted all the places and rang the B&Bs and everything, and yeah, it was such a great trip. And you know, and if you just want a light-hearted, easy to read ebook, you can download it. In, you know, I'll put the link below. Yeah, it's sort of like about fun, camaraderie, adventure, all this sort of thing, and learning lessons along the way. So what else I've created recently is my course called Strive for High Vibe, which is 5 practices that I've been doing every day for 11 years. And it enables me to stay in this very high vibrational state. So I'll put that in the link below as well. Also, I'm going to put 2 freebies that I've created recently, which is a health and wellbeing hypnosis, which is free, and it helps you alleviate fear around your health or the health of your loved ones, and it boosts your immune system. Also, in the link below, I'll put It Works, which is a law of attraction ebook, and it goes back to 100 years, and it's an easy to understand way of learning the law of attraction, so I'll put that in the link below as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification, and have a fabulous day everybody. Much love, blessings and namaste.